The characteristics of divinity is not found. That is why we kill. That is why I lost my hand. Malaysia, don't go that way.
In peace until the last quarter of the 20th century, when economic decline, religious extremism, and political turmoil combined to strain communal relations to breaking point. It was against this background, in the late 1980s, that James decided to join a Christian militia group.
We formed this militia group because we want to protect our people. People were laughing us to scorn. Your pastors are being killed and you can do nothing. We say, if the Muslims have spare lives, then we can go borrow it. But if it is one life, we can also put it online. That was how I became militia. And my hate for the Muslims then had no limits. And no Muslim ever impressed me for whatever reason. In 1992, during the Zangon Kataf religious crisis, that crisis initially was over relocation of a marketplace. Now, for a long time, the economy of the area was dominated by Muslim Hausa. Conflict ensued there, and most of the people killed there were Muslims and Hausas. And the corpses of those people who were killed there were transported to Kaduna, to a place called Tudunwada. The Muslims, they are seeing the corpse of their kings.
We must learn to negotiate our differences, and we must do it with the other person in mind. If today I'm a minority, here you are majority. When there is a cake, a national cake, share it with me in mind. If you take it all, I will vote, even if I'm a minority. If I'm a minority here, I'm a majority somewhere. I can call for help. You are enjoying it now. Don't be at peace with your peace, because peace is cheap. War is very expensive. Don't try war.
Muhammad Ashafa was in the Muslim militia in Tudunwada.
For 48 hours, we are killing and maiming one another. I was fighting, believing I have to defend my faith, maiming and killing the others. But at the end of the day, my spiritual teacher, a man of about 70 years old, he was murdered by the Christian community in his area. 2 of my cousins were killed. And I realized, I come to know that it is James' group, the groups of James, who have organized that militia against my group. So I was nursing, the anger is there, and the motor issue of revenge. I want to take vengeance. And for 3 years, myself and my group were planning to eliminate some of the leaders of these groups. I was in the mosque, and the Imam was talking about the power of forgiveness. And he was talking and saying, yes, it is written in the law that you can revenge an evil equal to the evil done to you. You have right to take a redress. However, the Quran teaches further that it is better to turn the evil with that which is good. So therefore, if you are a Muslim today, you refuse to forgive those who persecute you, those who hurt you, how can you be a true embodiment of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam?
Of the president of Global Ethics Foundation, Mr. Han Kong, when he declared that there can be no peace in the world until there is peace between religions. And there can be no peace within religion until there is dialogue among followers of different religions. So ours is the journey for dialogue. And I add into that to say that we could no platform of dialogue with any others until when somebody, every one of us know why we are who we are. Who are we? Why are we what we are? Then and then can we be able to connect with the others.
A mutual acquaintance introduced them to one another and challenged them to make peace.
Initially, it was full of suspicion. My fear was that, because of my training, he may be planning to identify me
and my friends for possible attack when an occasion provides the space for them to do that. If you see his dressing and the way his posture is, you see like an embodiment of an Islamic fundamentalist. We see them as fanatics, as a group that believes Islam only and no other religion. Then my mother took ill. Then he came with some group of young men to greet her, to see her, and visit her in the hospital. And then I started changing. I said, wow, how does a Muslim come to greet me as a Christian? Then at a point, my mother then passed on. Then they came again with a team to greet. And that was what broke me, and my resistance to interact with him started falling. I then visited his mosques. Well, it was like I would swallow my heart, because I wasn't sure I would come out of the place alive. But gradually I developed confidence, and he too kept coming. And the relationship began to grow.
For a better understanding, in such an experience our struggle, the struggle for rehumanizing, discovering our own essence of being, at the same time rehumanizing our fellow human beings. It is a journey for managing our identity, the struggle for managing our identity within our physical and our spiritual world. It's the journey of finding how to open different layers and to maximize the opportunity within different layers of our identity. It is a journey to show religion, of course, can be two-edged sword. It can be used positively and also can be used negatively. But however, it showed the essence that faith is about positivity. Religion in any form, spirituality is a positive energy. And it can be a misuse or abuse. And whenever it's being used to promote hate, it shows it was only being used. It's not part of it.
Lost their loved ones. How have you been able to make them seriously that the life ahead is much more than what happened in the past?
Well, we have been able to show us examples, because we used to be malicious. We told them we lost our loved ones. As you can see or you can hear, I've lost a hand in one of the crises in '92 in Kaduna. And with this behind our minds, we are able to tell them that we empathize with their situation, but it is better to dialogue with people than to deal with people. In dealing with people, you also live in fear, you also live in unforgiveness, and every day you are not sure what will happen the next day. But when you dialogue, when you talk, and when you forgive, you have peace. So we feel in forgiveness there is strength. You are stronger when you forgive somebody who errs against you.